You're listening to You Made Me Do It to Her, a psychological thriller by Tamara L. Adams. Narrated by Tamara L. Adams. Chapter 1. It's finally time to go home. I can't wait to grab a beer and sit on the couch and watch sports all weekend. Can you pick up triple chocolate ice cream on the way home? Stacey texts. I start to text her now to get it herself, but she's been feeling terrible all week and still having to work all day, despite having to visit the bathroom multiple times a day. The pregnancy is really doing a number on her. Sure, anything else? I text back. It's taking a toll on me, too. Maybe Doritos, Cheetos, and Oreos? That's way too much junk food, but I bite my tongue. I'm not the one growing a human inside of me, but if she starts to gain too much weight, I'll be forced to say something. Everybody knows that you don't actually need to eat for two during your pregnancy. She promised she wouldn't ever gain too much weight. At least going to the store means I get to get more beer. Something tells me I'm going to need it to get through this weekend for sure. I also grab a fresh cook-at-home pizza from the deli. She seems to be able to keep that down most times, and it's my favorite meal, so we both win. A half hour later, I pull into the garage, food in hand. I'm home, I yell. I'm in the kitchen. I smell fish. I hate fish. She knows it. Is she trying to ruin my night? Why does she still cook that when I've told her not to? Are you feeling good enough to cook? I try to sound happier than I am. Yeah, this afternoon I started feeling myself again, and codfish sounded amazing for some reason. Then ice cream and chips and junk food also sounded great, so I'm hoping this means I'm over the nausea for a while. That would be nice. I didn't think you'd be up for cooking, so I got a pizza. I lift up the box. We can have that tomorrow. She completely ignores the fact that I hate fish. How about you eat fish and I eat pizza? She frowns. But I cooked dinner for both of us, and fish is good for the baby. Please eat dinner with me, and we can eat your pizza tomorrow. She gives me those daggers. Okay. At least she's not complaining about feeling terrible, so I guess I can suffer through one night of fish for her. Things I do for this woman, it's never ending. It's ready. Will you go set the table? Sure. I grab the plates, silverware, and beer for myself. You're going to drink? She asks. Yes, it's Friday. I'd like to relax a little. You don't think it's unfair that you get to drink and I don't? She whines. Here we go again. A little, but I've limited how much I drink. I don't have a beer every night with dinner, just Friday and Saturday. I feel like compromise is good. I guess, she shrugs. But please don't get drunk. I'm getting annoyed now. I won't. I don't. When was the last time I got drunk? I don't remember, but it's happened recently. The fact that you can't remember the details means it was not recent. Why are you making a big deal out of this? I'm not. You are. I get that it's annoying to not eat or drink certain things and that you feel terrible and that being pregnant is hard, but do you have to take all of it out on me? I'm not taking anything out on you. Some things just don't seem fair and I'm exhausted. She starts to cry. I resist the urge to roll my eyes and reach to pull her in for a hug, but she pulls away. I'm fine with going to the store for random cravings, drinking less beer because you can't have any, eating gross fish because it's better for the baby, and all the other things I need to do to support you. But I can't give up everything I like just because you have to. That's not fair to me either. Fine, she stammers, still oozing annoyance. I get pregnancy is hard and exhausting, but I can run you baths or rub your feet to try to make up for it. The part they don't understand from my perspective is that you get to feel the bond for months and will eventually start to feel it kick, then move, and all those other amazing things that I'll never get. She shrugs but says nothing. You and the baby will have this instant connection when it's born, and I'll have to start from scratch. Yes, of course I can touch your belly and talk to it and feel it kick on the outside. But it's you that it'll know for sure. I don't get any of that. I know, I'm just tired as all, she huffs. It must be exhausting, but if we can just work together, that would be nice. Fine, she says again. Can you bring the salad to the table? She's trying to avoid talking about it anymore. Some of me feels like an asshole, but she's been doing this since she got pregnant, telling me what I can do and cannot do when she never really did that before. It's too much for me to handle, along with her constant nausea, exhaustion, and weird requests for things. Like the foot rubs. Who the hell wants to rub another person's feet? Not me. But one night she begged me to do it. Said they really hurt from standing all day, so I gave in, and now it's almost an every night occurrence. I hate doing it, but figure it's the least I can do since she's the one who's carrying the kid for 9 months. She better not expect it for the rest of our lives, because that ain't happening. So how was work, she asks, then takes a bite. Fine, we got a new programmer today on our team, so that'll lighten the load. We've been so swamped and needed another set of hands and eyes for this project coming up. That's great. What's his name? I failed to point out to her that it's sexist of her to automatically assume it's a man just because it's a programming job, since she loves to point out when I am a misogynist, but I let it go. Blake is the name. Arizona State graduate like me and also plays sports, so we have a lot in common. Should be a good addition to the team. Great. I'd prefer you have less on your plate at work when the baby comes, so you're there if we need you. I nod, not sure what she really means by that, but don't want to start another heated discussion. I can't just leave work on a whim at any moment. Well, my day started out terrible with the puking and headache, but Cheryl at work brought in some ginger tea and some peppermint essential oils, and it was such a huge help. I definitely have to get more of both, so I have them around at all times. That's great. Thank you, Cheryl. Figures a woman who's been around and done everything would have the cure for pregnancy pain. I know, right? I'm for sure going to her when I have any questions. Between her and my mother, they'll have all the answers. I nod, biting my tongue about her mother, who loves to push her way into our lives every chance she gets. I knew we should have moved away from this area since I graduated, but I never really understood how much her claws were in my wife till it was too late. At least my mother is usually in my court, so that helps. The day went so much better after her cures, which made it much easier to focus on my patients all day versus trying to force my way through it all. I'm glad. Give me the names of that tea and I'll buy the entire case online. She laughs. I've always loved her laugh. It's been missed since she's not been feeling herself this past month. So many things have changed since she announced her pregnancy 4 months ago. Most of it's fine, but some of it's harder to get used to. I know a lot of the changes will go back to normal after the baby's born, but then there will be even more extreme changes to come. Am I ready for all this? I thought I was, but with all this nagging and controlling behavior, it makes me miss our life that we had. We'll never get that back, and it's tough to take. Chapter 2. That game on Saturday was insane. Did you catch it? Blake appears beside me to grab the coffee. I did. That was crazy. The way that Diamondbacks pulled it out at the last inning to take it from the Giants, it's one of the best games I've seen in a while. Agreed. How was the rest of your weekend? She gives me a smile. It was good. It's hit or miss with the Naj with Stacey, but other than that, it was a typical weekend. How about you? That's too bad for her. I'm not sure I ever want to be pregnant. It seems like none of it's fun, and then so much work after the kid is born, but I applaud those of you who do. How is it this woman gets more and more attractive by the minute? First, she's stunning. Women are still the minority in programming field, but it's quite unique to find one that looks like she should be a model. She's gorgeous, loves sports, and now she tells me she never wants kids. Where was she when I was in college? Would I have made a different choice if I had met her at the same time I met Stacey? Most likely. I shake my head to avoid the thoughts. It'll be hard work, but kids are great, right? I'm told they are, is all she says. You'll have to let me know. I will, I'm excited. This meeting should be good. You'll get to see all the projects we're working on and kind of what you expect from the company. Yeah, it'll be good to know what's expected of me. Plus, every place has their own programming rules, so I'll get to see examples of all that. For sure. Sometimes Colin can get pretty nitpicky about the correct wording or style, so it's good to know these specifics from the start. I was wondering, what do you guys do for lunch around here? Do you all eat here or go out? Everyone is different, I guess. About a third go out or go home, either alone or in small groups. The rest stay here, and most bring food from home or order delivery. Do you get to choose your lunchtime, or do you all eat at the same time? You pick, but keep it to an hour or less if you can. Too many long lunches, and of course Colin will say something. Got it. Can I eat with you today? Sure. I try to eat around noon. Is that good? Perfect. We head to the meeting. At least Colin orders and donuts when we have these long team meetings. Each team lead has to present the work they've done for the past week, any issues they've come across along the way. It's a good way to get input on your coding or get help when you're stuck in a rut. Some people hate these meetings, but I kind of like them. We aren't the most social bunch, so it's a good way to get together and chat. Plus, I feel useful when I fix a problem that someone's been dealing with. The relief on their face is fulfilling. Stacey says I'm a nerd. Probably. 1 hour in, Daniel's presenting his project. He's finding a solution for a local hospital's telemedicine division. They need a way for all their locations to be able to speak to one another on a secure network, and that will allow them the best way to schedule appointments with doctors that have available slots. It's actually much harder than it sounds, and I'm glad it's not my project. They're stuck in one section of code, so it's up on the screen now. He goes through each line, hoping for someone to find an error. I search the entire 20 lines of codes and see nothing. No clue as to why the programming is causing an error. Blake slightly raises her hand. I think you forgot a colon in line 8. Sure enough, she's right. That's it. Thank you. I have no idea how none of us spotted that, but I am grateful you did. Great to have you in the team, Daniel gushes praise. No problem. That used to be a common mistake of mine, so it's one of those things I take extra time looking out for when my code won't work. Colin grins at Blake. I knew I made the right choice hiring you. Pretty and smart. Blake gives him a half smile. Thanks. Colin can be so awkward. I hate it when the guy gives me bad vibes and never know what to do in the moment. Part of me wants to say something, but I don't know what. He's giving her a compliment, but it's obviously made her uncomfortable. Plus, he's my boss and will fire my ass the minute I tell him off. I hate the guy. Instead, I reach my hand out and pretend to accidentally spill my water bottle all over his papers and onto his lap. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry, Colin. I'm such a klutz. Colin backs his chair away before more water can spill on him. Next time, put your cap back on, Terry. You'd think you'd know better working with computers all day. Never leave the cap or cover off of your drink. Yes, sir, it'll never happen again. Here's a napkin. He yanks it from my hand. Your turn, Terry. He growls at me. I regret my actions now. The guy's going to rip me a new one every single little mistake I make or point out things that he'd normally let go. This is going to be painful. At the end of my 40-minute ass-kicking, I wanted to crawl into a hole and die, but managed to work my way back to my seat and suffer through Zach's final presentation. At least Collins seemed to have gotten all of his anger out on me and leaves Zach alone. As we shuffle out of the conference room, I feel a gentle pat on my elbow. You headed to lunch? I planned on fixing a few things before, but Ken decided to wait till this afternoon. Sure. Meet me outside of the picnic tables. It's too nice out to not enjoy the sun. I hardly ever eat out there, but it's good to try new things, right? Okay. 10 minutes later, she sits on the bench next to me at the circular table. I wanted to say thanks for that little payback at the meeting. Colin can be a bit of a creep, and I almost burst out laughing when he dumped all that water on him. So thanks for that. I have no idea what you're talking about. That was purely an accident. She laughs. Either way, it made my day. He can be a bit of a weirdo. I never know what to say in those awkward moments. Most days I'd love to tell him what a creep he's being for some reason. I never speak up. He's a boss's son. We can't or we'll get fired for sure. I hate that. I hate the fact that the guy can get away with so much crap because of who his dad is. Plus, Colin is terrible at coding, so I have no idea how he manages to even follow along with half the crap we do. He's a good bullshitter. I knew the moment he interviewed me that he had no clue what I was talking about half the time. She giggles. For one question, I even threw in a few random coding mistakes, and he had no idea. He just nodded and grinned along with me. Most of me knew he'd hire me purely for my looks, but that's fine. This is the best company in town to work for, so I gotta use what I have to my advantage, right? I laugh. That guy is such an idiot. I would have loved to make him look like a dumbass. I'm thinking one day I'll get my chance. For sure. The guy is bound to make himself look like a dumbass all on his own. I can't wait for that day. It'll be time to celebrate and all the drinks will be on me. I'll hold you to that. She shoots me a killer smile. You can't blame Colin for falling for her looks. She is stunning, blonde, short, petite, with perky breasts, and I should not be noticing, but I can't seem to help it. Plus her backside is plump and tight. She'll be nice on the eyes compared to all the other ugly dudes in this place. Been a bit of a nerd all my life and not had many women friends, but she seems like someone who can brighten my recently crappy moods. Chapter 3. It was a long, grueling day at work, and I'm looking forward to a beer and the game. Stacey works second shift this week. I'm looking forward to time alone. I love her, but I don't love her mood swings. I've been dealing with it for months, and it's exhausting, and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells the whole damn time, in my own home. I hate it. Lately, I've been venting to Blake, and that seems to help. As a woman, I figured she'd take Stacey's side, but Blake completely agrees with me that Stacey's being unreasonable about most things. It's good to feel justified in my own annoyance. I'd considered picking up a cheaper frozen pizza at the store, but I'm in the mood for delivery. It's so much better than frozen pizza. Stacey hates spending too much money on takeout food, but I feel like it's okay to splurge once in a while. I get home, order the pizza, and grab a cold beer from the fridge. Just me and the game. No nagging wife. Heaven. As soon as I sit down, I get a text from Stacey. Will you please do the few things I put on the list on the counter? Sure. I have no idea what they are yet, but if I tell her no, or I'll think about it, then she'll be pissy towards me. Thanks, love you, she texts back. Love you too. The Diamondbacks are playing the Cubs tonight in Chicago. Man, I'd love to see a game in that stadium someday. Stacey used to say we'd go there on vacation one day after we got married, but then life got in the way, and there seemed to be so many dumb excuses not to go. I wish she'd just be a little more free at times and just do fun things without worrying about bills or buying a house or whatever other adult things she has to check off of her list. Do all women have lists? I doubt it, but Stacey does. So far she's checked off, get a degree, marry a good man, buy a house, get a great job, have a baby. She tells me that there is not a list, but I know she has expectations of our life and will do anything to achieve those goals. I'm not sure what is next on the list, but it would be good to get a heads up. She'll never tell me or admit she has high expectations that are unreasonable. I shake my head and push her out of my thoughts. All I want to think about is the game. Halfway through, my phone buzzes. It's Blake. This game is crazy. Sure is. I can't believe they might win. Right? They're on a roll recently. Watching them play in that stadium brings back memories of the time my dad took me to watch a game there. It was one of the best days of my life, she texts. Wow, I've always wanted to watch a game at Wrigley. I'm jealous. You have to go someday. Someday, I admit back. How many stadiums have you been to? She asks. Just Chase Field. I'd love to see them all one day. It's a dream of mine that Stacey will never let me complete. Too much money and travel. She hates when I spend money on things she calls hobbies. She has no idea how important baseball is to me. Me too, Blake admits. I have a bucket list of stadiums to visit, and all the baseball fields are on it, plus a few football and soccer stadiums like Lambeau and Soldier Field. That sounds amazing. I wish I could do that. You can, you're young. Maybe, I text. Does Stacey like baseball, she asks. Not really. She's been to one game with me, but that was years ago, when we were dating. That's too bad. I'm not sure I could be with someone who didn't like sports as much as me. It's a huge part of my life. Yeah, it can suck at times, I admit. She has her hobbies and I have mine. But time away from each other is good, though. True. Well, if you ever need someone to head to a game with or take a road trip to check out another stadium, then I'm your man. She is the farthest thing from a man I can imagine, but I don't say that. Instead, I text, thanks. My pizza guy just got here, so I'll let you go so I can eat, she texts back. Damn, this woman loves sports, drinks beer more than I do, and loves delivery pizza without all the damn guilt. I married the wrong woman. Then I chastise myself for even thinking that. Stacey is great, but we do have things to work on. All couples do. I'm sure after a while, Blake would turn into a nightmare in some other way. Marriage is insane. The fact that Stacey and I have different interests has gotten worse over time. It grates on me because she thinks I should want to do what she wants and give up what I want. She wasn't like this when we dated. In the beginning, she seemed interested in what I liked and wanted to do things with me. Now she couldn't care less. I do know that once the baby's born, I'll get to do even less things with my time than I do now. I'll have almost zero say in what happens in my life. Who am I kidding? I'll never go to Wrigley Field. I'll probably hardly ever leave Phoenix. Fuck my life. Marriage sucks. I go grab 2 more beers and eat the other half of the pizza. I'm woken up to someone kicking my foot. Hey, wake up. I'm awake. I groan and open one eye. What's wrong? It's Stacey. Well, for one, you fell asleep on the couch. 2, it looks like you had way too much to drink. 3, you ordered a large pizza and ate the whole damn thing. And 4, you didn't do anything on the list I specifically asked you to do. She's speaking way too loud. What time is it? After midnight. Don't you remember? I'm done at midnight. Of course I remember. I'm just groggy still. And drunk. She raises her voice. I only had a few. Looks like more than a few, Terry. I'm so sick of your crap. I feel like I already have a child, and that child is you. You can't seem to take care of yourself, let alone this house. How the hell will you ever be able to help me take care of a kid? Geez, Stacey, dramatic much? It's Friday night. I have all weekend to do the dumb chores, and I was going to clean this up too. I'm not a child. You just seem to think you can boss me around like one. You act like you're in charge and can tell me what to do all the time. I am an adult, you know. I can make my own choices. I'm so sick of you telling me what to do all the damn time. What to eat, what to drink, how to spend my time, what to do and when to do it. Jeez, you're not my mother. If I'd known you were going to turn into this bossy bitch, I would have never married you, let alone had a baby with you. You're suffocating. My voice has gotten louder than I intended, but I'm at my wit's end. She bursts into tears. You're so mean. You don't mean that. I start to feel bad and move to comfort her, but she steps back. No, I want nothing to do with you tonight. I'm exhausted from working and carrying your unwanted child, and now that night is even worse because I have to deal with your mean attitude. You're such an asshole. She turns for the bedroom. I start to head after her. She turns on her heels. Don't you dare follow me. I'm sleeping by myself tonight. You could sleep on the damn couch. She hurries off. I consider following her anyway, since it's my home and my bedroom too, but I'm so tired and yes, still a little drunk. It's too damn late for this shit. I'll calm down after sleep and be a little less crazy in the morning. I don't want anything to do with her right now anyway. The couch pulls out into a bed, but I have zero energy for that, so I just grab a throw blanket and pass out on the couch. Chapter 4. This project I'm on is a rough one, Blake complains as she unpacks her lunch. I figured online banking software and security would be hard, but not this hard, and Tony's the worst manager. He just says figure it out anytime you have a question or something isn't working. It's so annoying. Yeah, I worked with Tony once, and it was a nightmare. He's like that kid in high school that used to ask you to team up for a project and then make you do all the work, but he'd take all the credit. Guy's such a douche. Yes, a huge douche, she laughs. I do like working with Charlotte, though. She's nice, and she's been in the business so long that she knows everything. She really should be the manager, not Tony. I agree, Charlotte would make a great manager, but sadly, women in this company don't seem to make it much past team leads. I hate it. I keep recommending Charlotte for that stupid stellar employee point system, but nothing seems to help. Blake frowns. That really sucks. Do you think that'll happen to me? I'll get to team lead, but then get shut down for every other promotion? I hope not, but I don't know, honestly. That's bullshit. I know. We should start our own software company, so then we have all the control. We could steal all the good employees from this place. Eventually we'd steal all the clients too, because we'd be so awesome. I grin. That would be nice, but hard to do. This company is the #1 place for software development in the region. No one can compete against it. I know, but a girl can dream, right? It's a good thought. I guess the best I can do is learn all the tips and tricks of this place, work my way up the ladder as far as I can get, then move on to another company as manager, take a huge pay raise when I go. Now you're talking. That can be done, and I'll help you get there. You will? She asks. For sure. And who knows, maybe by the time you get to team lead, this place will have changed their ways. I give a half-hearted shrug, knowing they probably won't. Maybe, and thanks for being on my side. Always, I give her a grin. I'm having such a shit day that I'll hit the bar on the way home. There's a great sports bar about 10 blocks from here that'll show the Suns game. Want to come with me? I'm not sure. Stacey left me a list of chores, so I have to get home and do that before she gets home after second shift. What is she, your mother? Telling you what chores to do and when? Besides, chores can wait. Can't you go out with coworkers sometimes? I can, and I do. I hesitate. But the last time I didn't do the things on the list, she freaked out at me and I had to sleep on the couch. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? Plus, it's your house, too. Don't you help pay the bills? Are you the kind of man that never does anything around the house, so she has to tell you what to do all the time? No, I clean up all the time. Don't get me wrong, I can certainly make a mess sometimes. But I always clean up, and I do all my regular chores with no nagging required. It's just that recently she's gone overboard with the cleaning. She says it's nesting, but I just find it annoying. This whole pregnancy has changed her, and I can't wait till she has a baby and gets back to normal. Good luck with that, she says in a sarcastic tone. Why do you say it like that? She scrunches her face like she doesn't want to burst my bubble. Tell me. It's just that every one of my friends that had a baby changed during pregnancy, and none of them were ever the same person as before. They all changed drastically, and I hardly see any of them. Partly because they're too busy, but mostly because they are zero fun anymore, and I can't be around them for more than 15 minutes without wanting to scream. They're different people now. All of them? I start to panic. All but one. Jen didn't change much, but she was also the most stuck-up one of the bunch to begin with, so she was kind of already that person. But Maybe Stacey will be different. Maybe this baby will be easy, and with your help she can relax more. She shrugs, not convincing me in the least. She will, and she's going to go back to normal, and this baby will be an easy one, so it'll take after me. Of course. So you coming with me or not? She takes a bite. They have amazing burgers. I can go for a little bit. Great, I'll text you the address, and you can meet me there after work. Most of me knows I should go home and finish the chores. She gave me quite a few, but Blake's right. Stacey is not my mother, and I should also have a say in what goes on in my house. I should get to say if and when I want to do chores. Of course I'll do them. I just want to do them on my own time and not be berated into doing them the minute Stacey asks. She doesn't get to dictate me. Work goes by quickly, and I head to Jackie's Joint. Clever name. The inside is darker than I expected, but there's a ton of televisions playing on a whole array of sports, and the place smells amazing. The food here must be spectacular. I spot Blake in the corner booth and head over. Hey, this place seems great. It is, and the burgers are the best I've ever had in my life, so you definitely need to try one. And the onion rings. They're like crack, she laughs. Okay, I was going to eat leftovers, but burgers sounds way better. For sure. The game's on that screen. She points to the one on the wall across from her, so you'll have to sit on this side or sideways. The booth is smaller, so when I get into place, I'm only inches from Blake. I consider asking if we should try a table, but don't want to make her uncomfortable or make things weird. The waitress comes up and takes her drink and food order. Stacey's going to know I didn't eat the leftovers and bug me about it, but I can't resist the best burgers. Plus, I haven't had onion rings in forever. I used to love them, but Stacey says they give me the worst bad breath, so I stopped ordering them. We hardly ever eat fast food either. So many rules put in place since we got married. It's suffocating. Soon enough, we are 2 beers in and are chowing down on our food. You were right. This is the best burger I've ever had, and these onion rings are to die for. How do they even get batter to taste like this? Right? I've begged Jackie, the owner, to tell me her secret, but she says she'll never tell a soul. I don't blame her. This is a gold mine. I'll have to come back here all the time to get my fix now. Welcome to the club. I come here at least once a week. I'll be here to keep you company. She gives me a killer smile, and that of kissing her crosses my mind. Her lips are perfectly pouty, and I almost lean in, but then reality hits me. Sounds good. I drink my beer and stare at the game. Blake is my coworker. I'm married, and she just sees me as a friend. I can't be that loser who reads into things and hits on her, ruining the good vibes we have going. Stacey's my wife, and I have never cheated on her and never will. Well, one time I got super drunk at a conference in Houston and kissed this woman I met there, but then I put a stop to it. Well, I put a stop to it after we got to her hotel room and made out for a few minutes. My senses came back to me and I realized what I was doing, so I left. It was a simple mistake and only kisses, so I told myself it wasn't really cheating since I was drunk and not thinking clearly. Plus, it didn't continue, so nothing really happened. I told myself nothing like that will ever happen again, and will make sure to stick to it. I love Stacey. Chapter 5. I spot Blake headed towards my desk. Do you think you can come over to my apartment after work and help me move this huge bookcase? I've been wanting to move it for weeks, but it's so heavy and I don't want to scratch the floors. She places her hands together in a begging motion. Sure, but I have to get home before 7. You and Stacey have big plans? Not really. She has a pregnancy yoga class till then, and we eat dinner together. You cooking? Every woman likes a man who can cook. I'm an okay cook, so I might. I don't know yet. She looks at her watch. I gotta get to this meeting. See you at my place after work. Frank, who sits across from me, raises an eyebrow. You two friends? Work friends? That sounded a little more than that. It's nothing. I help her out with coding and sometimes we eat lunch together. I'm just being a good coworker. Don't coworkers help each other out? I guess, but I'd be careful if I were you. I shrugged. You're reading into this too much. Why is it that people think a woman and man can't just be friends? It's so old-fashioned to think that way. Frank is nearly 60, so he is a bit older. He probably has no idea how to be friends with a woman. I'm not going to let him bother me. 2 hours later, I'm headed to the address Blake texted me. When I get there, she's waiting by her car outside. Thanks for coming. This is a huge help. No problem. Glad to do it. I'm on the 3rd floor. She leads me up and unlocks the door. That's the one. She points to a very intricate, solid bookcase. It's about 4 feet wide and 6 feet tall. See what I mean? Huge. I've considered getting rid of it 1,000 times, but my grandfather made it for me decades ago, and now that he's passed, I just can't seem to let it go. I can't blame you. It's beautiful craftsmanship. They don't make furniture like this anymore. She gives me a huge smile. It is beautiful. He made and sold furniture as a business, so he knew what he was doing. That's interesting. He loved it. She walks over to a different wall. I was thinking of putting it here instead. That's not too far to move, but it's heavy though. We've got this. You grab one side and I'll got the other. She's right. It's probably the heaviest piece of furniture I've ever moved in my life, but we managed to move it a few feet at a time and get it there. She collapses on the couch. Told you it was heavy. Yeah, I swear it was a solid steel instead of wood. That thing is never breaking on you. She laughs. You want a beer? Sure, I can have a quick one. She brings me a can and turns on the baseball game. We'll watch the ending. It's so easy to be around her. She's easygoing and not uptight about anything. Stacey was not always as uptight as she's been lately. I know it's the pregnancy and that things will get better after the baby's born, but right now it really sucks. We find out soon that the gender is. I hope it's a boy. Thanks again for helping me, Blake says and kisses my cheek. No problem. I feel heat rise to my face. You're a great man, you know that? Thanks. I know I shouldn't, but I turn to look at her. You're great too. I know I'm awkward, but I have no idea what else to say. She smiles, and before I can register what's happening, leans in and kisses me. Her lips are soft, and she smells great. Without thinking, I kiss her back for a few seconds and pull away. I shouldn't. Why not? We both want to. She rubs her hand on my thigh. How long has it been? She asks. Been for what? I play dumb. Since you got laid. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm married. Do you want to be? You sound so unhappy. Sometimes, but it will get better. Probably not. Besides, who's going to tell? Not me. Her hand reaches to my groin and I lose all sense of self-control. The chemistry between us explodes. She's ripping off my shirt as I'm unbuttoning her blouse. My mind isn't working at all. The only thing I can do is enjoy the pleasure. Her kisses are deep and tongue is down my throat. I've never been kissed like this before and I almost lose it right there. She gets up, shimmies out of her skirt, then opens up her blouse and takes off her bra to reveal the most beautiful set of breasts I've ever seen. Then she kneels down in front of me to pull my pants before taking me in her mouth. It's sexy and I love every minute. I can't remember the last time I got a blowjob. She only goes at it for a minute before I pull her on top of me. She's tight, slick, and fits me perfect, hugging me with her folds. Body grinds into mine in perfect rhythm. I swear, sex has never felt this good. Oh, Terry, it feels so good, she moans. My body wants release, but I try to concentrate and last long for her. I don't want to look like a fool. She's so tight and the friction is intoxicating. Oh, God, I'm almost there, she yells out and rides me harder. Yes, yes, yes. She thrusts into me hard, so I enter her deep with release. Damn, I groan. She shudders and thrusts a few more times before lying on my chest. That was amazing. It was. Let's do it again, but in the bedroom this time. I chuckle. I need a little recovery time. There's oils for that. What do you mean? Sensual oils. You rub them on the penis and the clit to get aroused faster. Let me show you. She says it in a sexy voice and gets up and pulls me behind her. My mind is telling me to say no, get dressed and go home. But my body won't listen. It wants more pleasure, and my penis is in charge. Stacey hasn't slept with me for over 2 months. I tried to be understanding, but I have needs, and right now Blake is filling every one of them. An hour later, I'm driving home, running late, running through what just happened in my head. I still don't know how to process it. I was expecting none of that, but yet it was one of the best experiences in my life. I tell myself it won't happen again, but know that it will. How can I resist that? It dawns on me that Stacey's going to be exhausted and hungry and expecting dinner. Our favorite taco place is on the way home, so I drive through, hoping she won't get mad that it's takeout again. Where were you? She asks as I get through the door. It's 10 minutes past 7. I went out to get food. I thought about cooking, but then I wasn't in the mood for anything we had, and tacos sounded great, so I went to get them. There was a line, so it took a bit longer than expected. You could have texted. I know. Sorry, I didn't realize how late it was till I was headed back home, and you know I don't text and drive. She nods but says nothing. They do smell good. I know, right? She grabs a bag, and I get the plates. Why is your hair such a mess? She asks. panicked for a minute, racking my brain for something to say. The game was super stressful, so I was literally ripping all my hair out. Another reason why I had to leave the house. I forced a laugh. I don't understand how you let a game get you so much. She shrugs. Seems like nothing to get worked up about. It's just a game. A game I love with a team I'd fight for. It's something I enjoy, and I'll never be able to explain it to you. After dinner, do you want to sit in the bath with me? We could have some fun, she winks. Any other day, I'd have jumped at the chance. I'm tired, so I think I'll just watch a movie in bed. Okay, but if you change your mind, I'll be there. There's no way I could get him up another time today, to be honest. After what I experienced with Blake, I know what I'd get with Stacey isn't going to even compare. Chapter 6. You coming over tonight? Blake texts. I look over and she gives me a huge grin. She knows the answer. For sure. Good, I got a few new toys I want to try out. Oh, do you? I text back. My face feels flushed and I need to stop myself from thinking about her in bed or everyone will see my reaction. Yes, and you're going to want to try them out too. My phone rings. Hello, Terry. Can I see you in my office? It's Colin. Sure thing. I get up. Blake gives me a what's going on look and I shrug. His door is open when I get there. Come in. Should I sit? Yes, and close the door. I do as I'm told. What's this about? It has come to our attention that you have been making more mistakes than usual in your coding recently. My job as manager is to make sure everything was okay so we can fix it to keep this from happening again. Sorry, sir. Yes, I have made a few dumb mistakes here and there, but nothing too major, and it's not common occurrence. I don't see any need for concern here. You may not see it, but some of the team leads are concerned, and so is my boss. So what I need from you is for you to sign the sheet saying that you will double-check all of your work for the next 2 weeks, and then we will review your work again. What happens if I make a mistake? Hopefully it won't come to that, but if you do, we'll have to consider putting you on some kind of probation, and if that continues, you could get let go. Wow, that is an extreme reaction for a few honest mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Yes, everyone does, but not as many and as large of mistakes that you have made. Do you want to talk about why you've been having issues? No, there's nothing to talk about here. I made a few small mistakes and will sign the sheet and double-check my work. I will no longer make mistakes. Thank you. I appreciate this and hope you can come to me if you need help. Thanks. I'll be good. I sign the sheet. Can I go now? Yes, you can go. How humiliating. I've been a bit distracted here lately, but I thought I had it all under control and was fine. Reprimanding me for a few small mistakes seems like a bit much. What an asshole. I rack my brain for the things I've done wrong, and it dawns on me. 2 weeks ago I made the dumbest mistake, and it took my team 2 weeks to figure that one out. Then I made a few other small ones that were caught by Frank, so I figured it was fine. Did Frank tell on me? No way. He wouldn't do that. The system records all our work, so fucking Colin must be checking my work. The guy's such an asshole. I go to the vending machines to get a soda. Hey, what was that about? Blake comes up behind me. Oh, nothing. He just wanted to go over a few things for my new project. There's no way I'm telling her that I keep messing up. Though half of it's her fault, she's very distracting with her curvy hips and sexy texts. Her and the fact that Stacey's been the worst lately. The woman is about to pop any day now, and she's taking all of her anger out of me any chance she gets. I'm tired. That's good. It felt like he was angry. Nope, that's just Colin being Colin. She laughs. True. Did I tell you that suit makes you look hot as hell? She whispers in my ear and my face turns red. No, but you can tell me later. Let's get back to work. I don't need the distraction, especially now. An hour later, I'm headed to Blake's apartment. Stacey has another second shift. She's angrier than normal because of this, but at least with the second shift, I see her less, so it's been easier to deal with even though she's so mad. Pregnancy has made her the worst. Thank the Lord it's almost over. I hope being a mother calms her down, but I fear she's going to dictate more of what I do, and that scares me. Hey, sexy. She answers the door in the sexiest lingerie I've ever seen. A corset that is see-through except for 2 flowers covering the nipples. Tiny and barely their underwear, and fishnet stockings with garter belts attached to the corset. I'm rock solid and ready to go. Forgetting the shit day. Damn sexy. I pull her in for a kiss. It's all for you. She wraps her arms around my neck, and I lead us to the bedroom. She stops. Today, I want to do something for you. Sit on the chair. I do as I'm told and sit on the chair in the middle of the room. She turns on the song Red Light Special and starts to do a sexy shimmy up to me. You like what you see? I nod, not able to speak in the moment. Good. She barely sits on my lap and gives it a little grind with her butt, then gets up, puts her foot in between my legs, and undoes one of the stockings to roll it down slowly, staring into my eyes the whole time. She walks around me, groping my chest and arms as she goes, gets in front of me to bend down at the waist, giving me an amazing view of her sexy backside, then caresses her leg as she stands back up. I'm gonna lose it. My phone buzzes, but nothing could be more important than this moment right now. She puts her other foot on the chair and removes the second stocking. I reach up to grab her, but she pushes my hands away and shakes her head. Not yet. Then she fully tortures me by slowly undoing each lace tie in the corset till her breasts fall out, exposing taut nipples. The need to suck them rises, and I lose all control. I need you now. I lift her up and carry her to the bed as she giggles. This is a great ending to a terrible day. Over 2 hours later, I'm spent but fully satisfied. That was the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. You haven't seen anything yet. Just wait. I'll show you more, she teases. I can hear my phone ringing again for the 10th time. Who the hell is trying to call me, I wonder? I should get that. It keeps ringing. Should we order food? I need food. Sure, let's get Chinese. Sounds good. I get up and go to the living room to grab my phone. Sure enough, 11 missed calls and 15 unread texts. My heart races. It's Stacey. She should be fine and at work. Is she trying to find me? I open the first text. I'm going into labor. My water broke all of a sudden with no warning. Doctors are getting me set up. Hurry to the hospital. Terry, I need you to text me. Another one. Answer your phone. Terry, the pains have started. I need you. I'm worried. Why are you not answering? The doctors are coming in to examine me. Terry, something's wrong. The baby's breech and the cord's not right. I'm scared. I need you here now. Where are you? The doctors say I may need surgery to get her out. Please answer me. My mom's here now. She's calling you. Answer her. They say they can't wait much longer. I'm so scared. Where are you? They're taking me into surgery now. You better get here now, reads the last text. There's 3 texts from her mother, but I have no desire to read those now. What have I done? I was here cheating on my wife while she was in labor and could lose our baby. Is she okay? Aren't cesarean births dangerous? I could lose her too. I have to go, I yell at Blake. What's the matter? Pull on my clothes as fast as I can. Stacey's in labor. She's having a C-section. It's bad. I grab my keys and rush out of the apartment. Blake's yelling something, but I can't hear anything over the pounding in my ears. I get in my car and pull out of the parking lot, racing towards the hospital. Chapter 7. I race to the hospital. Where's Stacey Wilson? Sir, please keep your voice down, the receptionist says sternly. I'm sorry. I take a deep breath. I'm panicking. Could I please know where Stacey Wilson is? She types something to her computer. Who are you in relation? I'm her husband, Terry Wilson. I see. She is in surgery now. Emergency C-section. Can I go in there? I rushes out before I can stop myself. Let me finish, sir. She stares me down. I will call a nurse to come get you and bring you there. Thank you. Please wait over there. She points to the waiting room. I walk over and pace until an older lady in scrubs walks up to me. Mr. Wilson? Yes, is Stacey okay? Yes, her and the baby are just fine. The doctor is finishing sewing her back up and the baby is being looked at, but both are doing fine. It's too late to bring you into the surgery room, but I'll take you to the nursery so you can watch through the window. I missed it. I missed everything. I nod. Nothing else will come out of my mouth. Come with me. She takes me to an elevator and leads me up to the 3rd floor. Then we go through a couple sets of doors before she stops at a huge wall of windows overlooking a nursery full of nurses and a few babies. There's your little girl. She points to the one being washed and weighed by a nurse. She's so tiny. Your wife will be taken to her room within the next 15 minutes. It's room 354. You can head there after watching here, and the nurse will bring the baby in shortly after, okay? She asks in a gentle tone. Shock must be written all over my face. I nod. Thank you. You're welcome. Remember, room 354 in 15 minutes. I nod again, then return to staring at our little baby girl. The nurse is prodding her with probes and attaching monitors to get readings. Then she puts a teeny tiny diaper on her in a tiny hospital outfit, then wraps her up tight in a warm blanket before lying her in one of the clear plastic bassinets. She looks up to see me watching and smiles, and pushes the bassinet closer to the window. She's a cute baby. Long hair for a newborn, and super blonde, almost white. She gives a huge yawn and opens her big blue eyes, the bluest eyes I've ever seen in a baby. Are all babies born with blue eyes and blonde hair? I look around and see 3 other babies in the room. One is very dark-skinned with black hair. The other 2 are light-skinned with brown hair. Only one has his eyes open, but they are brown. No, I don't think so. That's odd. Stacey and I both have very brown hair and brown eyes. I don't remember much from science class, but I am 99% sure that you can't get blue eyes from brown-eyed parents. And anger starts to swell up in me that I can't control. Did Stacey cheat on me? This baby can't be mine. There are no blue eyes or blonde hair anywhere in my family that I can remember, nor hers. The only way she could be having a blue-eyed kid is if she had it with a different man. I want to storm out of the hospital, but instead, I take deep breaths to calm my racing heart. I sit on the chair across from the windows. What do I do now? Do I confront Stacey right away? Do I wait a few days till we get home? Maybe I'm wrong, and it can genetically happen. No, I'm not wrong. That does not happen this way. I have no idea what to do in this moment, but I'm damn sure I'm glad I missed the birth. It would have ruined my first birth story as a dad. This kid isn't even mine, and I would have been all involved only to be shocked the minute the doctor handed her to me, knowing full well it wasn't mine. How could she do this to me? Pretend all this time that I was a father to her child, force me to put up with her shit, rub her feet, give her every demand, and still yell at me all the time? I deserve better. I pull out my phone. I'm sorry I took off on you. Stacey was rushed to surgery and I panicked and just took off. I'm sorry I did that to you. I see bubbles appear, then nothing. She read it, but isn't responding. Of course she's not. I just treated her like crap when I ran out, and she's mad. I don't blame her. I'll have to make this up to her. I text her. I understand that you're mad, and I don't blame you. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Still nothing from Blake. Have I ruined things with her? I just can't with all of this right now. Fuck this. I get up and head to room 354. Debbie's there, but no Stacey. She gets up. Is everything okay? She looks worried. Yeah, Stacey and the baby are okay. The baby's in the nursery. They'll be brought in here soon. Oh, good. Are you okay? Did you make it in time? I shake my head. I had a rough day at work. Somehow I managed to leave my phone at work. Didn't realize it till over an hour later. I had to drive back to work, and by the time I got the messages, got here, it was too late. She hugs me. You're here now, and that's what matters. And the mother has always been a glass half full kind of person. Most times it's fine, but right now I don't want to hear any of it, so I just say nothing. We sit in silence for 10 minutes before Stacey is wheeled in. You're here! I was so worried. She looks groggy, probably from the pain meds. I got my phone at work and didn't realize till it was too late. I refused to say I'm sorry in this moment. What a bad day to forget your phone, she smiles, but looks annoyed. Yeah, well, I'm here now, I repeat what her mother said. Stacey looks like she's going to tell me off, but a nurse wheels in the baby and her face lights up. Oh, baby girl. She reaches out her hands. The nurse stops the bassinet and takes the baby out to put in her hands. She's probably hungry, so you may want to try breastfeeding unless you're going to do formula. No, I'm breastfeeding. Good, that is best. If you have issues or any troubles getting her to latch, let me know, and we'll get someone in here to help. Thank you. The nurse puts the girl in Stacey's arms. Oh, my sweet Sarah, you are so beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? She beams at me. I nod and walk over like a robot to pat her arm, but no words want to leave my mouth. What's wrong? Stacey stares me down. Nothing. Well, I for one am annoyed that you didn't even make it to the birth of our daughter, but I'm trying to push that aside to enjoy this moment with you. The least you could do is look happy. It's hard to be happy when this baby isn't even mine, comes out before I can stop myself. What? Confusion is written all over her face. There's no way this child is mine. That's crazy. Why would you say that? Of course it's yours. She has the blondest hair and blue eyes I've ever seen. We both have brown hair and brown eyes. That's not genetically possible. Plus, she looks nothing like me. She shakes her head. Of course it's possible. Brown-haired people can have blonde kids. We have recessive blonde genes. No, we can't. I know you're just saying that, so I believe you, but I know it's not true. She's not mine. Realization dawns on her. Are you accusing me of cheating on you? Yes, I am. She can't be mine, so of course you cheated. She bursts into tears. You're such an asshole, and I've ruined this whole thing for me. Ruined this whole day. I'm supposed to be in bliss, and instead, I'm arguing with the dumbass about genetics, and you still don't believe me and are accusing me of cheating after I just went through a terrible childbirth for you and our baby. I never cheated. I don't cheat. Get out of here and don't come back. She screams at me louder than I've ever heard before. Now I know she cheated and is trying to guilt trip me into feeling bad for realizing it. Fine. But you better get a DNA test or I'm out and never sending you a dime. That kid's not mine. I rush out of the room pissed and almost run into a nurse. Sorry. I need to go fix things with Blake. At least now I have a solid reason to leave Stacey and begin my new life with Blake with no strings attached. She needs to hear the good news. Chapter 8. Do you have to go? Blake whines. I should go to get this over with. But can't she just text you the results? You already know them anyway. That's what I said, but she refuses to open the letter without me. Says that I need to be there when she opens the letter so that I don't accuse her of lying or tampering with it. I'm not sure what she thinks I'm going to claim. I already know it's going to say she's not mine. Why would I accuse her of telling me what I already know? That's crazy. We know that, and of course she's a cheater, so go get it done and get back here. I'll be quick, I tell her. She gives me a deep throat kiss that almost makes me stay and tell Stacey to shove it, but I regain composure. Gotta go. After my blow up at the hospital with Stacey, when I caught her red-handed cheating and trying to pin the child on me, I went directly home, packed most of my clothes, and I've been staying with Blake. It's been pure bliss between the two of us. No wife or the doom of parenthood standing in our way anymore. We're all over each other every second we spend at home. I can't get enough. This is the life I was meant to have. Stacey agreed to the paternity test. The hospital took the kid's sample, and I went into a lab at the hospital, and they took mine. It's been 6 days. She got the results in the mail today. We both already know the answers, but fine, I'll go and do this quick. 10 minutes later, I'm knocking on the door. The door to the house we'll have to sell after I demand a divorce. She can ask her cheating partner for a place to live and child support. I'm not going to be duped into paying it. Should have known she was stepping out on me. Stacey answers the door. Hey, let's do this. I step inside. So where are the results? She shakes her head. No, hey, I missed you, or how are you, or how's the baby? Nothing? I shrug. I don't see the point. We both know that this test is going to say you cheated on me and tried to pass this baby off as mine and expect me to just look past all of it. She shakes her head. You're just going to assume you know the answer already and have already given up? Did I mean nothing to you? You think so little of me that you just assume you know I cheated? I thought I knew you. Boy, was I wrong. I guess we both were. Now let's open up the results so I can get going. Where have you even been staying? None of our friends knew where you are. That's none of your business, but a work friend. Which one? I'm done telling you about my private life. Can we please open this? She gives me a heavy sigh. Fine, here it is, you open it. I rip it from her hand and tear it open to read out loud. Based on DNA analysis, the alleged father, Terry Wilson, is 99.99% proven to be the father of child, Sarah Wilson. Based on our analysis, it is proven that Mr. Terry Wilson is the biological father of Sarah Wilson. See? I told you. Now, can we please just move past this? I can try and move past the fact that you thought I cheated and spent the first days of our child's life away if you say sorry and come back home, she pleads. This can't be right. They must have made a mistake. She's blonde and I'm not. You're not, I insist. I told you that's possible. You went and sent in your DNA all by yourself and the hospital took Sarah's sample. There's no way I could alter this test or do anything. Of course they didn't make a mistake. She is yours. Stacey starts to cry. Can't believe you still think I cheated. What did I ever do to make you doubt me so much that you would assume I did it without any discussion or talking it through? How did things get this bad that you think I'd do that? It's just not possible, I say. It is. She's yours. I didn't cheat. Why do you think I cheated? Why do you still think this? Just a feeling, I say. I just know you were. Probably still are. You need to give me more than that, more than just a feeling. I never go anywhere. I work all the time. I've been loyal to you, and now I suffer through this labor without you, these days alone with a newborn without you, and you still want to blame me for something I didn't do because you have a feeling? What the hell, Terry? This is so messed up. Her face falls. Are you trying to blame this all on me so you can get out of this relationship? Do you want to leave me? This is not about me or what I did. This is about you. No, she shakes her head. I don't think so. I think you went out for some reason and are trying to push all the blame on me. This should have been a happy moment. The moment you realized you made a huge mistake and asked me to forgive you. But instead, you doubled down and pushed doubt back on me for no good reason. You have zero proof of any affair because there was none. This, she shakes the sheet, this proves she is yours and you still want to walk away? I don't get it. I shrug and doubt starts creeping in. Maybe she didn't cheat. But the kid doesn't even look like me. That's all I get? A shrug? Are you pushing your transgressions onto me? Did this all start because you feel guilty about cheating on me? I shake my head. No, that's not the case. The kid doesn't look like me. She's a newborn. They change their looks as they get older. She may not stay blonde or even have blue eyes. If you weren't such a stubborn idiot, you would have done a simple Google search and found out how wrong you are about all of this. You know nothing about genetics, yet you assume you're right. You know all. I think you wanted a reason to leave me and take zero responsibility for Sarah. That's her name, by the way, the name we picked out together. You wanted me to be at fault for all of this and force this issue onto me. All I can think is that you were the one that cheated, and now you want out. You want to walk away from this because of someone else. Am I right? Who is she? You're crazy. I didn't do anything. Then you should want to let this go. Want to come home and be with us. She bursts into tears. Half of me feels bad. The other half finds her reaction annoying. It's a lot to take in right now. I was so sure she wouldn't mind, and now that this says so, I don't know how to feel, and it's a lot. It should be a happy moment. You should be happy. We both wanted this baby, and things were great. And then you do this? Make this whole thing an issue that never needed to be one? There's got to be a reason that I'm not understanding. What is it? There's no reason other than a gut feeling for a while, and how she looks. It was all too much, and got to me. I need to think about this. I start to leave. What is there to think about? She's yours. We're family. But instead you're going to leave again? I don't understand. I need time. I rush out the door and jump into my car. None of this makes sense. What do I do now? Do I ask for another test? It's probably just going to say the same thing. The kid's mine. Stacey says she never cheated. Do I stay? Do I go? What do I want? I have no idea. Chapter 9. You better stop ignoring me, Terry. Another damn text from my mom. I have no idea how she found out about all of this. Must be Stacey or maybe her mother. My phone rings. It's her. She's not going to let this go. Mom, I'm not ignoring you. Life is crazy right now, and you don't know what's really going on. Like, hell I don't. You are about to throw away your entire marriage and future on a dumb gut feeling you had that went wrong. Just admit you made a mistake and grovel your way back to Stacey. Mom, just butt out of it. No, I will not. You are my son, and I have always been terribly proud of you, and I knew you were a great man, but after this, I have so many doubts. I wonder what kind of boy I raised, and what I did so fundamentally wrong in raising you that you would leave your wife after she just went through a devastating birth, a birth that gave me the most beautiful granddaughter I've ever laid eyes on. A daughter you have not even held yet or spent 1 minute getting to know. Such disgusting behavior. I'm so ashamed of you in this moment. She burst into hysterical tears. My mom has never said one mean word to me in her life, and she's totally right. I messed up. First I messed up by sleeping with Blake, and then I doubled down on my stupidity and accused Stacey of cheating on me. Shame and regret wash over me. I think I've made a mistake. After the results yesterday, I didn't even go back to Blake's, just went to a hotel and checked in for the night. I started driving to meet back with Blake, but something didn't feel quite right, and I needed the time and space to think. Blake makes it hard to think. She's been texting me nonstop, but I can't deal with her right now. Can't deal with anyone. Stacey hasn't texted or called. I'd expected her to burn up my phone, but instead there's nothing, which proves that I fucked up real bad. I gave up on her, accused her, and treated her like crap. In return, she's given up on me. Mom's right. I need to go back to Stacey and beg for forgiveness. The sex and time with Blake has been amazing, but I still love Stacey, and now I have a beautiful baby girl that needed me from day one, and instead I pushed her away too. I'm an idiot. Grab my keys and head out. 10 minutes later, I'm knocking on our door. Stacey wears a face of disdain and exhaustion on her face. Hi. Hey, I was hoping we could talk. You done being overwhelmed with gut feelings? I shrug. I would like the chance to start this over. Start what over? She sounds annoyed. I thought she'd be happy I was here. Our beginnings as family. I know I messed things up, but I can make it up to you. I made a stupid mistake by assuming the worst, that I understand I was wrong. I am wrong. I'd like to move past all that and begin our life together as a family. I love you. There's a loud cry from the living room. I have to go get her. She storms into the house. I follow and shut the door behind me. I can help. Let me help you. I don't need your help. I've been doing this alone for days now. Days you've been off with your secret lover, Blake, who you led me to believe was a man, by the way. How disgusting. You accuse me of cheating on you, which I never did, and instead the whole time you were cheating on me. Blake's a friend. We're just friends, and I didn't lead you to believe anything. You assumed she was a man. I don't remember saying one or the other. Omission, lie, same thing to me, especially when you're totally sleeping with her. I didn't. Like I said, we're just friends. I swear I wouldn't do that to you. Yes, you would. You did. I have proof. My face burns hot. You can't possibly, because I did nothing. You're an idiot. Did you know that when you use Apple products for everything and save everything to cloud, that means everything can be seen on all your devices? What are you talking about? I'm saying that you left your iPad here. It's linked to your phone. I saw every single text you've ever sent to Blake, pictures even. I trusted you. Never doubted your loyalty till you kept insisting I cheated. Even after I proved Sarah's yours, you still acted weird and distant, so I decided to do some snooping. Found out that you, in fact, cheated. You've been cheating on me for months, telling her how terrible our marriage is and how you want out. How dare you? It's not what you think. I was just talking. She puts her hands up. Stop lying. I'm done with your lies. You wanted a way out of this marriage and this life with us? Well, you can have it. We don't need you. We don't want you. Please leave. Can't we work this out? I messed up. It was a huge mistake, but I can make it up to you. We can make this work. Please forgive me so we can move past this. I grab her hand, but she pulls away. No, just get out. Get out! She screams so loud the baby starts to bawl. Let me help you. I push through her to get to the baby and try to prove to her that I'm a good man, but instead she falls to the ground. What the hell? I said leave or I'm calling the cops. She gets up. Get out! The baby's cries are so loud. Get out! She shoves me hard to the door. Please don't do this. I pull at her arm to stop her. Stop hurting me. Just get out. Just then the door swings open. You need to stay away from him. Blake storms in, pointing a gun. Put my hands up. Whoa, Blake, calm down. I was just leaving. Let's leave. She's not worth it. Not till she says sorry for all the terrible shit she's put you through. Not till you break things off with her. You belong to me now, and shut that baby up. You two are crazy and perfect for each other. Get your psycho girlfriend out of here. Stacey laughs. Don't you dare laugh at me. Blake screams and waves the gun around. Blake, give me the gun. I walk towards her. We're done here. Let's go. I'm leaving her. I lie, but don't know how else to diffuse the situation. Yeah, get out, Stacey chimes in. You are the crazy one, cheating and getting pregnant by some other random dude then trying to pin it on Terry. That's crazy. More waving of the gun. You have no clue what you're talking about. He lied to me and he's probably lying to you. Shut up, Stacey. Stop talking. You're making it worse. I'm worried Blake will lose control. Blake, give me the gun. Let's go home. I reach out to grab her hand. She pulls away just as I do, and it slips out of her hands. I grab it before it falls to the ground, and the gun goes off with a loud bang. My eyes look to Stacey, but she seems fine. Her eyes grow wide as she stares next to me. I turn to Blake and see a spot of red forming on her chest and blood dripping to the floor. What the hell just happened? This can't be happening. Blake looks down at her chest and up at me, then falls to the ground. No! I scream. Stacey, call 911. She stands there for a minute. Stacey, call 911. That breaks her out of her daze. Blake, you're going to be fine. Just hang in there. The ambulance will get here soon. I grab a hoodie from the hook by the door and put pressure on her chest. Just stay with me. She tries to talk, but nothing comes out, and she's having trouble breathing. Don't talk. I'm here. You're going to be fine. Everything is fine. Her eyes roll back in her head, and she goes limp. No, Blake, you have to stay with me. I shake her, but of course it does nothing. She's gone. No, no, no! Chapter 10. It's 10 minutes before the ambulance shows up, but of course they're too late. I check her pulse, try CPR for a few minutes, but get nothing and stop. Then the cops show up. Sir, what is your name? Do you live here? My name is Terry Wilson, and yes, this is my home. Sir, can you explain to me what happened? Officer Brian asks. I'm still in a bit of a daze. Blake came into the door with the gun, and we were all talking, trying to get her to lower the weapon, but she was mad and not listening. Then I went to grab her the gun, but at the same time she let it go, and somehow it went off. It just happened to go off. You didn't pull the trigger? Doubt is written all over his face. I caught the gun, and it just went off. I didn't pull the trigger, or at least it didn't feel like I did. It happened so fast, and it was all a terrible accident. Who is Blake in relation to you? He asks. She's a coworker. And his lover, Stacey butts in. Stop it, Stacey. She's going to get me into trouble. Ma'am, let's go talk over here. The second officer pulls her into the dining room. Blake is not my lover. She is a coworker who was concerned for me. She was confused as to what was happening and things got out of hand. How does someone get confused enough to bring a gun? He is not hearing a word I'm saying. This is my home. My wife and I have been having a disagreement recently. I've been staying with Blake as a friend and confidant. I may have told her more about our issues than I should have, and she took it personal, I guess. I came here to talk to my wife today to try to resolve our issues. Blake must have followed me here and heard us arguing, so she came in and tried to help. Help with a gun. He gives a smirk. I have no idea why she brought a gun. I didn't even know she had one. Officer, this is all a very terrible accident. She came here with this gun, was acting a bit crazy, waving it around. I tried to take it away, and it went off. None of this should have ever happened. She should have never even been here. I have no idea why she came here. Could your wife be right, and that she's your lover, and mad you were coming to talk to your wife, so she followed you, threatened to tell your wife about the two of you, so you shot her to keep her quiet, and now you're trying to play it off as an accident? What? No way. Ask Stacey. It was all an accident. Stacey already knew about us. So you are sleeping with Blake. What else are you lying to me about, Mr. Wilson? Nothing. I'm not lying. Okay, so I did sleep with Blake, but it was over and was a huge mistake. I should have admitted that from the start, but this is all happening so fast, and it's too much. You may want to think about getting your story straight. You're about to land yourself in a lot of trouble, mister. Please, officer, this is just a huge mistake. This is a nightmare. A man in a blue jacket walks up to us. I'm CSI Ricks. I've been told to swab your hands for gun residue, all right? I guess. Nothing like this has ever happened to me, but I know it's better to comply with the police so they can figure out the entire story quicker. The other officer motions for Officer Bryant to come over. CSI Ricks pulls items out from his kit. He gets a swab wet with some kind of solution, then rubs it on my hand, then takes a second swab and does the same to my left hand. Thank you for your cooperation. He walks over to the two police officers. Why are they being so quiet? Why won't they tell us anything? Officer Bryant and his partner come back over. Mr. Wilson, you are under arrest for the murder of Blake Jones. You have the right to remain silent. My heart is pounding in my ears, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. No, it was an accident. Officer Bryant keeps talking. Anything you say or do, you're not listening to me. This is not my fault. The evidence will speak for itself. If it was an accident like you say, then we will find out, and you will be released. But for now, it is obvious that you shot Miss Jones here. I told you I did, but it was an accident. I am only following the law, Mr. Wilson. The law says that in cases like this, I need to arrest you and charge you till we find evidence to support your case. He leads me out the door. Stacey, call my mom, I yell. I can get bailed out, right? A hearing will be held tomorrow morning and bail will be set. Then if you can get someone to get a hold of enough cash, they can come and bail you out. He guides me into the car. Do I get a phone call? After you are booked, they will allow you a phone call. I need a lawyer. That can be your one call, or the courts will appoint you a lawyer. That will all be explained to you at the station. He shuts the door and heads back into the house. 2 hours later, after photos, fingerprinting, getting searched, and getting all my stuff taken away from me except for my clothes, they tell me I can make 2 phone calls. There's only 2 numbers I know by heart, but they were who I'd call anyway. It rings forever before she answers. Hello? Thank God you answered. Stacey, they arrested me. I'm stuck in jail. Police say I get a bail hearing tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm told most bails are set at $100,000 to $250,000. I need you to please go to the bank in the morning and pull the $30,000 from savings just in case, and please come to the hearing so you can bail me out. They say I can go home right after I'm bailed out. I don't think I'm going to do that, Terry. What? Why not? This whole experience today was terrifying, and I'm scared. Scared of you, scared for our baby, and not ready to see you. Not ready to deal with this whole mess. My house is now a crime scene. They have no idea when we can go back. Thank God Sarah will never remember any of this. It's traumatizing. It was an accident. You saw it all happen. I don't know what I saw. You came into our house, started pushing me and grabbing hard enough to hurt me. Then your crazy lover barged in with a gun, for God's sake, and could have killed me. Then you somehow end up with the gun in your hand and shoot her. It all went down so fast, I have no idea what really happened. You know I was trying to take the gun from her hand to protect you, but it slipped and went off. I didn't do this on purpose. I was trying to save you from her. Or you didn't want her talking and telling me everything that happened between you, so you killed her to shut her up, or killed her to get her out of your life. I have no idea why you killed her, but it was terrifying, and I'm not helping bail you out of this one. I bailed you out of life too many times, and I'm done. She hangs up. What the hell? This has got to be a nightmare. None of this is really happening, and I'm going to wake up in my own bed with Stacey to a crying baby. This can't be real. Did those cops feed all those lies to her? Is that why she thinks I purposely killed Blake? Did that cop feed her what to say? I make the second call. Hello? Thank God, Mom. I don't have a lot of time to explain, but I'm in jail. They say I murdered someone, but I was trying to save Stacey and it was an accident. Stacey called me. Are you okay? I'm fine, but I need your help. Can you help me, Mom? I'll do whatever I can. What do you need? First, can you call a good lawyer, tell him I'm at the county jail in my name, and he should be able to do the rest. I also have a bail hearing tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm told most bails are set at $100,000 to $250,000. I need you to try and bring whatever money you can up to $10,000, and please come to the hearing so you can bail me out right away. They say that I can go home after I'm bailed out. $10,000? I don't have anywhere near that kind of money, Terry. You know that. Isn't Stacey getting the bail? She says she won't help me. What? Why? I don't know. She's still holding a grudge over the paternity test. She's just mad. She'll cool off and I can pay you back all the money. I'll see what I can do, but I don't think I can get any more than $5,000. Do you want me to talk to Stacey? Maybe I can convince her to get the money. She needs a few days. Please, Mom, please try your best to get that money here by 10 tomorrow. I'll try. And call the lawyer. Okay, I'll do that right away. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I have to go now. See you tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. I hang up and sulk as they lead me to my jail cell. Chapter 11. We call Terry Wilson to the stand. My defense lawyer motions for me to take a seat. Please state your name for the record. Terry H. Wilson. Terry, do you understand that you are under oath and must tell the truth? Yes, I do. First, I'd like to ask you, what is your relationship to the victim, Blake? We were co-workers first, and then we became really good friends. Your wife claims you were having an affair with Blake. Is that true? No, she was just a good friend. She gave some very damning texts and photos sent between the two of you. Can you explain this? Yes, I will admit that things got flirty with us, but nothing physical ever happened. Okay, well, one time Blake kissed me, but I pulled away and told her that even though we were having marital issues, I was still in love with my wife and loyal. Why was your wife so adamant that you cheated? She was angry with me. I understand why. I started some drama between us and didn't handle it well. We both did not handle our issues well. We both jumped to conclusions, and we were both wrong. Your wife says you accused her of cheating. Is that true? I did. She had been acting odd, and then our daughter was born. She looked nothing like me, and I don't know anything about genetics, so I thought it meant the child was not mine. So I did accuse her of cheating, and I was wrong. Did she cheat on you? Not that I know of. I mean, I have no proof, but our child is mine, so I was wrong about that. Let's talk about the night in question. Can you describe what happened leading up to the incident? Yes, I was in our house with Stacey. We had been talking and things got a little tense, but we were fine. When you say tense, can you clarify? Were you arguing? Not exactly arguing, but we were having a disagreement. It wasn't anything violent, just loud and talking. At any point, did you intend to harm anyone? No, absolutely not. I would never hurt anyone. Then tell the jury exactly what happened when the fatal injury occurred. It all happened so fast and was chaotic. Stacey and I were talking when all of a sudden Blake burst through the door of the house. She was yelling at Stacey about hurting me and cheating on me. I was trying to calm her down, but Stacey was being contrary and making her even angrier. At one point I tried to grab the gun, but Blake moved suddenly and I reached without thinking. I pulled the gun away from her and it just went off. It was a tragic accident. What do you mean it just went off? I swear I didn't pull the trigger. Something crazy happened and the gun just shot Blake. You expect the jury to believe the gun fired itself. I hope they understand that it can happen. The experts said there were hundreds of reports of weapons discharging without pulling the trigger. It happened this time, I swear. I look at the jury even though I'm not supposed to. I never pulled that trigger. It was a horrific accident. I wish I could take back the whole day. Did you call for help after realizing what happened? Yes, as soon as I saw Blake on the ground, I told Stacey to call 911. I tried to help, but there was nothing I could do. Did you ever, at any point, try to hide anything that happened? No, I told the officers exactly what happened. I was in shock, but I never tried to cover things up. Your wife says that she saw you shoot Blake. She hinted to the fact that she was about to talk about your alleged affair and that you shot her to keep her quiet. Is this true? Of course not. Stacey is still mad at me for so many things, missing the birth, accusing her of cheating, leaving for days before realizing I'd made a huge mistake, but I never cheated, so I'd have no reason to kill Blake. Blake was my friend and seems to have some hidden mental issues I never knew about, so her coming to our house was a shock to me, but not something that worried me. Blake had nothing to tell. She was just angry on my behalf. Did Stacey have a direct line of sight to this incident? She was off to the right as I reached for the gun. Blake was on my left and my hands were definitely in the way, so I don't think Stacey saw things clearly. Like I said, she was still mad at me, and that can cause people to not see things clearly. In your own words, was this an intentional act? No, it was a horrible accident. I never wanted this to happen. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. No further questions, Your Honor. My lawyer walks away. Your witness, prosecution. The judge turns it over to the hounds. Mr. Wilson, you have testified that the shooting of Blake Jones was an accident. Is that correct? This prosecutor has had it out for me since day one. I despise him. Yes, that's correct. And yet, we have your wife, Stacey, who testified under oath that you deliberately pulled the trigger. Are you saying she is lying? I don't know why she would say that. It wasn't on purpose. Let's talk about the moments leading up to the shooting. You were at your front entryway next to Blake, correct? Yes. And Stacey was there with you? Yes. You were in a heated discussion with Stacey about you accusing her of cheating and the implied non-paternity of your child, weren't you? Yes, but we were talking calmly. But you had been the one seeing someone else, not Stacey. Isn't that true? I wouldn't say that. But you were involved with someone else romantically, correct? No, nothing happened other than friendship between Blake and I. Oh, I think something did happen. Isn't it true that Stacey found out about your infidelity and had confronted you? We were talking about it, yes, but I denied it. Talking or arguing? It was a heated discussion, but I wasn't angry. And she had proof of your infidelity, didn't she? She had texts and images that were only of the flirty relationship, nothing more. I never crossed the line into cheating. So her sending sexy photos to you was not crossing a line. Sometimes Blake got a little carried away, but she never did anything physical with me. Just a kiss you claimed you stopped, correct? Yes, that's it. Mr. Wilson, will you please tell me why was Blake so mad at Stacey, mad enough to bring a loaded firearm to your home? I have no idea. I didn't know she had a gun. She obviously knew I thought Stacey cheated and it made her mad as my friend, but I never knew it made her that mad. She never expressed that kind of anger to me. So she barged into the house, no knock, and started yelling and waving the gun around. You tried to be a hero and save everyone by grabbing the gun, yet in this exact moment the gun just accidentally went off. Yes, I was holding it and it just went off. Just went off. Are you telling this jury that guns fire themselves? Yes, I did not pull the trigger. I've already said this. Yet, according to the forensic evidence, Blake was shot at close range directly in the chest. That would require intent, wouldn't it? No, it was a mistake. A mistake that conveniently occurred before she could tell Stacey all about your cheating. I swear, I didn't mean for it to happen. I never cheated. Stacey loved you, had your child, went through with your paternity test, and dealt with your accusations, yet you still were not willing to admit you were wrong or did anything wrong for days, and you expect the court to believe that you finally realized your mistakes and wanted to start over with Stacey? Yes, I was stubborn and stupid, but I realized it, and that's why I went there that day. And Blake knew you were going to leave her and get back with Stacey, and this is why she showed up. Not because she was a caring friend, but because she was an angry mistress who was being pushed aside, and in order to preserve your marriage, you needed to shut her up. Isn't that correct, Mr. Wilson? No, that's not it at all. The whole thing was an accident. I take it all back if I could. No further questions. You may step down, Mr. Wilson. I spot my mother in the courtroom on my way back to the table. She gives me a hopeful smile. She's been my rock this whole time. I had to spend a few days in jail while she got the funds together. She sold a few family heirlooms, my car, and my wedding ring, to get the money to bail me out. Stacey stuck to her word and wouldn't give me a dime for bail. She took every single cent out of our shared checking and savings account, so all I had left was what I kept in my own personal account. Illegally, there was nothing I could do. She filed for divorce 3 days after I got arrested, and we will officially be divorced in a month. To say this has been the worst year of my entire life would be an understatement, but I know the jury has to find me innocent. It was absolutely an accident, and it's so obvious. Chapter 12. Will the defendant please rise? My heart is racing. Heat rises to my face, and I feel like I'm going to be sick. Mr. Wilson, after careful consideration of the evidence presented during this trial and upon the unanimous guilty verdict rendered by the jury, this court must now impose an appropriate sentence. You have been convicted of murder of Blake Jones. The evidence clearly demonstrated that your actions resulted in her death. While you have maintained that it was not intentional, the jury has found otherwise, and this court must uphold the principles of justice. Before I impose the sentencing, do you have anything you wish to say to this court? I turn to the audience. To Blake's family, I am so sorry for your loss and for the role that I played in it. I maintain my innocence and swear on my life that it was an accident. An accident I wish I could take back every single day. I understand if you never forgive me, but I hope that one day you can. Very well. After weighing all the factors, including the arguments of the prosecution and defense, as well as the impact on the victim's family and the community, it is a judgment of this court that you, Terry Wilson, be sentenced to 20 years in the custody of the Department of Corrections with the possibility of parole after 15 years, as determined by the parole board. During your incarceration, you will be required to participate in rehabilitation and counseling programs. Let me be clear, this is a serious sentence for a serious crime. The choices you made have forever changed the lives of those affected. The victim's family, I understand that no sentence will ever undo the pain that you have endured. The court recognizes your suffering and hopes that this verdict provides some measure of justice. Bailiff, please remand the defendant into custody. The bailiff heads my way, and tears form in my eyes. Never in all of my life would I have thought I'd be going to jail for murder. I'd have bet money a month ago that the jury would find me innocent. This is a complete nightmare, and it is all Stacey's fault. My mother rushes up to hug me. We'll appeal this. With what money, Mom? All our money already went to court fees and lawyer fees, and I still lost. It's over. It's time for us to live with this fate. But what about Stacey? Maybe she'll change her mind and help. She hasn't talked to me since I found out I was guilty. She refuses my calls and won't come to see me. We'll be divorced soon, and then she for sure won't care about me. She starts to bawl. But you're innocent. I know, but there's nothing I can do now. The bailiff cuffs my hands behind my back. Time to go. You gotta go, Mama. I love you and will call you soon. She hugs me again. I love you too. Then I get dragged away. They transport me back to the state jail. I've been here for 3 weeks now. As soon as they handed down the conviction, they put cuffs back me and took me here. Stacey had a look of relief on her face. I'd expected her to cry or realize she made a mistake in testifying against me, but instead she felt happy. Any love I had for her just died inside in that moment. The whole time I'd held out hope that she would change her mind. Tell my lawyer she wanted to retestify or help me, but she never did. She hates me. Maybe she always did. It makes sense that our marriage grew to be an annoyance to her during the pregnancy. We argued a lot. She hated every single thing I ever did, and I was never enough. And then she pushed me to cheat by shutting me out and not giving me love or affection and constantly nagging me. When I finally found happiness, she knew it and hated me for it. I should have just left her when I doubted Sarah was mine. I still don't think she's mine. After how Stacey acted after the incident and turned her back to me while lying about what happened, I'm convinced she somehow got the results earlier and altered the letter. She's smart. She could totally do something like that to convince me I'm wrong. And now I'll never know. She's probably fucking that real asshole of a father right now. This whole thing is exactly what she wanted to happen. Get my house, my money, and push me aside to live her happily ever after with the new guy she met. My new cellmate Jeff says he has a friend that does jobs for people outside of this place. Jobs that can get done quick and quiet. But it'll cost me. I kind of lied to my mom. Most of the money is gone, but I was able to keep some of the bail after lawyer fees, and I've been saving it for just this kind of situation. I'm in this mess because of Stacey's actions. She lied during her testimony and said that I purposely shot Blake, and she saw every movement and needs to pay for her betraying me. Jeff says he's got just the guy in mind. I meet with him next week. We can't spell it out in exact terms because I listen in on every conversation we have in this place, but he'll get the idea and I'll get my revenge. My loyalty to Stacey and her well-being ended when she couldn't care less about me or what happened to me and lied about what happened to force me into jail. She's the only reason I'm here. She told the cops I cheated, then claimed I shot Blake on purpose. She lied, and now I'm here paying for those lies. Well, now it's her time to pay. I get to my cell. So Jeff, you guys good, right? He'll keep it quiet? Yeah, man, he's smooth and won't tell nothing. Good, because I need this to happen soon or I'm going to go insane. I know, man, I know. Bitches be crazy, right? Women are the reason I'm in this damn place. I hear ya. I ain't never done nothing bad about the nagging of a woman getting on my nerves, right? All they do is nag and complain and tell you it's not good enough, and then they expect us to just take it. Well, I'm not taking it anymore. She won't be doing any more nagging soon enough. The end. Thank you for listening to You Made Me Do It to Her, a psychological thriller by Tamara L. Adams, narrated by Tamara L. Adams. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.